Constitutional Conversations is a series of discussions by America's leading scholars about the principles, framing, ratification, and implementation of constitutional government in the United States. This series is hosted by the James Madison Memorial Fellowship Foundation of Alexandria, Virginia.
A number of scholars have said that it shows the fact that they were tired and they wanted to go home, and summer was long and hot in Philadelphia, and there is no doubt that that is the case. But I think the dynamics, the final days show the dynamics in a slightly different way. 39 people stuck it out all the way. Certain people left for family reasons and for business reasons. But it shows that at least 39 people thought that it was important, and they were willing to go through the ebb and flow. What is important about the final days in terms of the dynamic is that this is the first time a constitution has been created by multiple founders. Although Madison is referred to as the father of the Constitution, he would be the first to indicate it was the job of many hands and many feet, and consistency and deliberation went all the way through, and the willingness to stand on principle, and yet the willingness to bend when you had to. And it shows how difficult it is to found. And this idea that we can just create nations or create countries out of nothing, all you have to do is put a constitution down there and it's done. It's not true. So the dynamics of the final days shows that the arguments were still going on at the end, that they were not just tired, they were willing to keep pushing. The Committee on Style was created, which put together pretty much the final constitution. The preamble is the work of the Committee on Style, and it's a very important thing because it doesn't list the states. It says we the people of the United States, which means you don't have to revise the Constitution every single time a new state comes in. And that, I think, shows a dynamic, an emergence of an understanding of what it means to create a constitution that is supposed to last for remote futurity rather than simply a document that can be changed whenever you want to. So it's not ordinary politicians at work, and it's not demigods at work, but smart people who have learned from 88 days together what it takes. It also indicates that there was the opportunity to dissent, that 3 members who had been there all the time, Randolph and Mason from Virginia and Gerry from Massachusetts, listed their reasons why they could not sign. Randolph wanted a second convention. Let us go and find out what the people think and then come back. And you can just see Madison saying one miracle at Philadelphia is enough, and to try to avoid that. And so I think it's important to realize that while there was a group and there was a consensus at the end, that 3 people dissented, they gave their reasons for the dissent, and we created a group dynamics without groupthink. And I think Franklin's last day comment was extremely important. Ordinary human beings getting together cannot create a perfect union. I might add for my own, that would be something like Plato's republic. And it's an imaginary republic. What we have created, says Franklin, is a more perfect union. And human beings cannot expect to create a perfect union, but they can expect out of themselves to create something which is more perfect, that a sufficient number of us can agree on, and provide the opportunity for people to dissent and amend.
Constitutional Conversations is made possible by a generous grant from the Fairleigh Dickinson Jr. Foundation. Constitutional Conversations is made possible by the James Madison Education Fund.